What's up, guys? It's Christian here, and welcome back to the Adventures of an Av Geek. We are back with another episode of reacting to aviation news, and we've got three amazing videos ready for us to watch and to see what's going on in the aviation industry. By the way, it's been so long since I did one of these videos because of adjusting to attending a new university, and I made a whole video about where I've been and why I needed this, time away from YouTube. It's literally just called Where I've Been. And if you go to my channel, you'll find it. So yeah, let's get into this stuff. It's awesome to be back. And so we'll start off with this video that is from, I think 4 days ago. 4 days ago. It is called Why United Airlines Airbus A350 Order is So Important. Now, I had forgotten that United Airlines ordered for the Airbus A350, or just didn't realize it until recently, but I am excited to learn why it is so important. So let's begin.
In 2010, United Airlines first placed an order for the clean-sheet wide-body Airbus A350 and would later order even more of the type. By 2017, however, it had become clear what the airline wanted to use the aircraft for. The carrier delayed the aircraft delivery until 2030, demonstrating a clear intention to replace older 777 jets with the A350. This isn't an unusual strategy for United, which did something very similar by delaying its purchase of the 777-300ER. Let's look at this strategy in a little more detail for today's video.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm interested to see why they're replacing the older 777s with the A350 rather than the Boeing 777X. So I'm excited to see what the reasoning for this is.
The success of wide-body programs is often what defines aerospace manufacturers. While the Airbus A330neo is certainly a modern wide-body, it's not a cutting-edge clean-sheet design and is essentially just an upgraded version of what is almost a 30-year-old airframe. Furthermore, the A330neo's success in the sales department has been lackluster, lagging behind the Boeing 787 Dreamliner by almost a factor of 6.
Wow.
Of course, it is the Airbus A350 that defines the European consortium's wide-body offerings and the aircraft that will define the success or failure of its wide-body program in the decade to come. With 45 A350-900 jets on order, United Airlines could be one of the few critical customers for defining the Airbus wide-body's long-term success. When United placed its order for A350s, Airbus gained a large victory. A legacy Boeing 777 operator had determined the A350 to be a better replacement than the Boeing 777X for its largest wide-bodies. While Boeing's latest massive jet has failed to garner orders for more than just a handful of carriers, the A350's backlog continues to grow. The A350's success in this market segment comes as a victory for Airbus, who've been able to balance the tables after Boeing took control of the mid-size long-haul market with the 787 Dreamliner.
I mean, given what we've heard so far, or honestly, a little bit, away from what we've heard so far, just kind of occurred to me the thought that United can have the Airbus A350-1000 sooner than they can have the 777X, I guess. So that's probably why they're going for the A350 rather than the 777X. We'll see what more they say.
Just a handful of carriers, the A350's backlog continues to grow. The A350's success in this market segment comes as a victory for Airbus, who've been able to balance the tables after Boeing took control of the mid-size long-haul market with the 787 Dreamliner. Now, while Boeing dominates the 200 to 300 passenger segment, Airbus is capturing the high-capacity long-haul market. For Airbus, it has always been challenging to get the three major American legacy carriers to order its wide-body jets over those manufactured by homegrown company Boeing. Unsurprisingly, US-based companies are quick to favor those produced by an American manufacturer. While both American Airlines and Delta Airlines inherited Airbus A330 jets after mergers, only Delta continued to order Airbus widebodies. In Delta, Airbus has found a partner willing to continually purchase widebody jets. The carrier has repeatedly shunned Boeing's offerings, ordering the A330neo over the 787 and
Mm.
purchasing the A350 while retiring its 777s early.
Mm.
But Delta is just one piece of a very complicated puzzle, and without the support of another legacy carrier, Airbus's widebody program didn't have all that strong of a foothold in the US market. The issue was further exacerbated when American Airlines cancelled an order for the A350 it had inherited from US Airways. Thus, as it stands, the linchpin of Airbus's widebody offerings is United. By placing an order for the jet and planning to replace its 777s with the A350, Airbus has established a strong partnership with a second US legacy carrier. This is critical for strengthening its position in the market. As a result, Boeing has recognized Airbus as a legitimate threat in the US market and will need to streamline the development of the 777X in order to compete in the high-capacity market segment effectively. What do you think of United Airlines' A350 order? Do you believe it'll follow through eventually? Let us know by leaving a comment.
All right, so that was an amazing video, and it's not in the. So it's actually interesting because, like the title is why Airbus's United Airlines Airbus A350 order is so important, and by that I'm meaning like what it means for the airline. Of course, it's important to be able to replace your older jets with newer ones, as that is always a part of your fleet is jets getting older and you having to replace them, and the cycle continues. But as for importance, it's actually important for Airbus in saying, hey, we've gotten trust from United Airlines, who everybody would have anticipated to order the Boeing 777X. They ordered our aircraft. So now we've got a stronger, as Simplifying said, a stronger foothold in the market. And so, yeah, in that regard, it is very important for Airbus that United Airlines was willing to trust them with this next chapter in their fleet development. So, yeah, that is very awesome. And now we will see another video about fleet development, and that is from Simple Flying as well. And by the way, I just like react to Simple Flying videos because like I know them as, you know, where I can get news. And for example, like you see this video right here, why the Airbus A380 is making an unlikely comeback. I saved that to my watch later. So for another video, I'll be reacting to that one. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see it when that video drops. So anyways, our next video that we'll be seeing is 5 new airplanes coming to the Emirates fleet. And this is amazing because Emirates has, for as long as they've been an airline, just operated with the Airbus A380 and Boeing 777-300ER for their passenger operations. And it's in not until the last 5, maybe even, I don't know, y'all can correct me on that, but like somewhere within the last 5 years that they've ordered planes such as the Airbus A350 and 787. And I'm interested to see this video because there's been a lot of, I think a lot of cancellations with their orders and modifications and all this types of stuff. So we'll see what they say and how these new airplanes will help Emirates in their future development of their passenger operations.
With the 2023 Dubai Air Show coming to a close, Emirates' backlog has seen substantial changes. The airline ordered more Boeing 777X aircraft, adjusted its Boeing 787 orders, and purchased additional Airbus A350-900s. Let's take this video to review all the new aircraft coming to the Middle Eastern carrier's fleet. First on our list is the Boeing 787-10, of which Emirates has 15 on order. Assuming Emirates does not readjust its 787 order again, the Boeing 787-10 has the fewest orders. The Dash 10 offers the highest passenger capacity of the Dreamliner family. However, this comes at a cost to the aircraft's range. Still, the 787-10 has been used by other airlines on routes as long as Chicago to Tokyo, New York to Tel Aviv, and Taipei to Seattle.
By the way, man, I want to fly on the 787-10 so bad. I know that United Airlines flies that plane from San Francisco to Newark, as well as Los Angeles to Newark. Like, I think that's one of my dream routes to fly is Los Angeles to New York. Like that. I know I'm just fantasizing here, but like, and it's like a brand new plane that's on that route too. And I know there's going to be like, I can watch like so many movies on that route. I digress, but I just had to say that would be an amazing flight to go on, United's 787-10 across the U.S.
Next up, Emirates has 20 Boeing 787-8 on order. While this is the lowest capacity 787, it offers the longest range. While the airline already flies as far as Australia and Brazil, the lower capacity of the Dash 8 could see smaller, lower demand destinations served with increased fuel efficiency. Third on our list is the Boeing 777-8 with 35 airframes on order. Emirates has had an on and off interest in the smaller variant of the Boeing 777X family. In 2013, the carrier opted to purchase both the 777-8 and 777-9 with 115 and 35 orders respectively. However, as time passed, Boeing's orders and deliveries data revealed that Emirates adjusted the composition of its 777X order, cancelling the purchase of many 777-8s. Sir Tim Clark, president of Emirates, told the media this year that Boeing's changes to the 777-8, such as adjustments to the fuselage size, have made it more attractive. The first 777-8 should arrive in 2030. The fourth variant on our list is the Boeing 777-9. Emirates has 170 of these airframes on order.
Wow.
Expected to arrive in 2025, the aircraft will be a core part of the carrier's fleet, replacing older 777-300ERs while allowing for future growth. And finally, we have the Airbus A350-900 with 65 airframes on order. Out of the 5 mentioned types, the A350-900 should arrive at Dubai soonest, since Emirates anticipates the first delivery in mid-2024. The airline will deploy the A350 to, quote, serve a range of new markets, including long-haul missions of up to 15 hours flying time from Dubai. There were rumours that Emirates was also interested in the A350-1000, the larger variant of the A350 family. But Clark was highly critical of the variant during the trade show, with most of the blame falling on the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-97, the engine powering the A350-1000. The president of Emirates went so far as to call the aircraft defective, as it could not perform how the airline would like it to, especially with regards to engine time on wing. What do you think of Emirates'?
Now, I will say before I comment on the like whole situation for Emirates, like I am in Las Vegas right now, back home, and British Airways flies an Airbus A350-1000 from here to London like every night, and it is a fantastic aircraft to spot. And I've seen the Airbus A350-1000 as well in a plane spotting video by plane spotting, and I've recorded it on video and posted it to this channel so you can watch it. Anyways, the of Qatar Airways, their Airbus A350-1000. It is an amazing aircraft. I know it would look amazing in Emirates' livery right here. But yeah, that's unfortunate to see that they won't be taking on the Airbus A350-1000. But as for everything else, it's honestly not much I can really say. Just like it's interesting to see that like how it's been most of the time was just their Boeing 777 and their Airbus A380, and they had amazing success with that. But I guess now Emirates is seeing that certain aircraft serve operations better to the point where it's worth sacrificing the simplicity of the fleet to serve these operations better with different types of aircraft. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how these orders and these aircraft serve Emirates and what Emirates looks like with these aircraft. And shoot, maybe I get to see these aircraft or fly on these aircraft in with Emirates. So, yeah, this is an awesome thing to see what Emirates is doing with their fleet. And now we will go on to the next video, which is what is the future of the Boeing 717 and Hawaiian's fleet with Alaska's acquisition. Now, it's actually pretty funny how I've talked about certain, like with United Airlines and with Emirates Airlines, that there's like I haven't heard of like much stuff regarding to that. So a lot of the information is quite new to me. But of course, like granted, this like literally happened probably less than 3 weeks ago. And I remember going on so I was on YouTube looking for study music when I was studying. And I, saw somebody make a video about Hawaiian Airlines or Alaska. Who was it? I'm going to actually search that right now. Hawaiian Airlines, Alaska Airlines. Because now I actually just forgot who bought who news. I don't know. I think it keeps going to Yahoo. I like to use Google instead. Okay, so they merged. Cool. I thought one of them bought the other. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, okay, so now it's back here. Now I have to present again. Sometimes I get trouble with StreamYard. I'm not like an expert at it. Okay, so now we're back here. So yeah, what is the future of the Boeing 717 and Hawaiian's fleet with Alaska's acquisition? So based on this title, it might be that Alaska bought Hawaiian. I'll be reminded of it.
On December 3rd, Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines announced the intention to bring Hawaiian Airlines into the Alaska Air group of airlines. In an investor,
So Alaska acquired Hawaiian. Yeah.
Airlines announced the intention to bring Hawaiian Airlines into the Alaska Air group of airlines. In an investors' call that day, leaders of the two carriers discussed the future of Hawaiian Airlines' mixed fleet, considering how both Alaska Air Group airlines are now single fleet. The special focus was placed on the Boeing 717, which provides inter-island service and makes up 20% of Hawaiian's current network. Hawaiian Airlines operates the Boeing 717 as inter-island airliners. The airplanes have two-class seating with 120 economy seats and 8 first-class seats. CH Aviation data shows Hawaiian Airlines operating 19 Boeing 717s, 5 of which are leased. Commenting on the fate of the aircraft, Alaska Airlines CEO Ben Minakuchi stated, "The 717 could go to the end of the decade, but I think we're going to take a good look at the 717 and the Airbus 321. We'll take a look at all the fleets and just make the right decision for the company's long term." Earlier this year, Nathaniel Piper.
For the record, I think the C-Series aircraft would be a great option for when the 717 is no longer serving Hawaiian in the way that they want them to.
Look at the 717 and the Airbus 321. We'll take a look at all the fleets and just make the right decision for the company's long term. Earlier this year, Nathaniel Piper, Senior Vice President of Fleet, Finance and Alliances at Alaska Airlines, shared his thoughts on Alaska Airlines' single fleet efforts, saying, "We're focusing on a single fleet because it enables us to run the best operation for our guests. It enables us to generate extraordinary financial results, which is good for our shareholders, and our crews love the Boeing airplanes we buy. Ultimately, if a company can be super responsive and please their teammates, employees, their guests, and their shareholders, that's a winning hand. For Alaska, single fleet is the path for that." This is a drastically different strategy from that of Hawaiian Airlines, which operates the A321neo, A330-200, and of course the 717. It also operates A330 converted freighters and will soon operate the Boeing 787. The answer to what could replace the 717 is seemingly clear. First, the Boeing 737 MAX 7 could be bought or leased to replace the type. However, certification and, more importantly, a massive backlog are barriers to this theoretical transition. Alternatively, in a similar size category is the Airbus A220-100, as is the Embraer E195-E2.
Hmm.
The latter would have at least some commonality with Alaska Air Group's Horizon Air and its Embraer E175s.
Yeah.
Presuming the Alaska Air Group acquisition of Hawaiian Airlines is approved, difficult decisions will have to be made about the future of Hawaiian Airlines' fleet. With some aircraft leases concluding in a few years, things could be made easier. So, what do you think will replace Hawaiian's Boeing 717s? Could it be the Embraer E195 E2? Let us know by leaving a comment.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like the C series was just first that came to mind, given what I know about the C series, and then there is, of course, like the Embraer planes that were talked about at the end of the video, and I have flown on the Embraer E175 of Alaska. It is a nice aircraft, and I think it would suit Hawaiian well for their inter-island travel. But yeah, it'll be interested to see, of course, like the C series is the first thing that comes to my mind for a replacement for the Boeing 717. But yeah, we'll see what Hawaiian does. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, next video, we will be talking about how that CNBC video of why the Airbus A380 might be making a comeback. So subscribe if you want to watch that. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and comment and let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love y'all. Take care.